Show Racism the Red Card.
Show Racism the Red Card is an anti-racist charity which uses the high-profile professional footballers
Montrer le carton rouge au racisme
to combat racism.
Show Racism the Red Card.
It was established in January 1996 with the help of Newcastle goalkeeper Shaka Hislop, who had suffered racism himself.
I was filling up my car at petrol. About 6 kids waiting at the bus stop opposite started shouting racial slurs towards me, which once again really did hurt. And then all of a sudden, one of them realised, wait, that's Shaka Hislop, and they all came running over for autographs.
Shaka's experience highlighted the attitude of many people at the time. You could shout racist abuse at a black person in the street, but black footballers were heroes. So the campaign sought to use the role model status of black and white footballers in the fight against racism, not just in football, but in wider society. John Beresford and Shaka Hislop agreed to attend the first event in a school. Its success led to bringing footballers into schools to engage with young people, becoming a key part of the campaign.
Particular racism in football is an issue that's very dear to me for very obvious reasons. I'm one of the few black goalkeepers in England and therefore subject to racist comments and different racist chants. And I can't run away from it. I have to stand there and take it. It's something that hurts very deeply and something that I feel very strongly about.
Today, racism remains a major problem in society. And Show Racism the Red Card now works across England, Wales and Scotland. Top clubs like Manchester United host anti-racist events.
It's Mr. Rio Ferdinand. Yes, thank you. Welcome, Rio. Okay, you all know about Rio's footballing career, but he's also appeared in 3 Show Racism the Red Card films. So a fantastic patron for us.
And have you ever experienced racism before?
Thanks for your question. I think all of us have received a little bit of racism at some point in our lives, in our careers.
The campaign has organised hundreds of events at football clubs, large and small, across England, Wales and Scotland, and now employs ex-professional footballers like Leroy Rossignol to work with young people.
What are the reasons that people use to be racist? What? Skin colour, absolutely. Any more?
Your culture or religion.
Your culture or religion, that's 2. We've got 3, we're just looking for 1 more. If you're a boy or girl, it's discrimination, yeah? That's discrimination, and it's still as horrible, but it's not the same as racism, okay? That's discrimination. There's 1 more.
Where you come from.
Where you come from, nationality. Yeah, it did happen to me, but to then turn it around and use it in a positive way to help children to understand what racism was and how they could deal with it was just something fantastic for me.
Work in schools is still central to the campaign. Ex-professional footballers and education workers combine football coaching with anti-racist workshops.
Why is it wrong with gypsy families?
Because don't gypsies live in caravans?
Pardon?
They always bother you.
Okay, how many Romani gypsy families do you know?
I don't know any families, but I've had a few gypsies come to my house and they're really annoying.
Are there Romani gypsies?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What's a Romani gypsy?
This is a good point you say, guys, because there's actually 8 different types of traveller groups.
The campaign works in secondary and primary schools. Young people of all ages enjoy a coaching session with an ex-pro.
Do you think that Show Racism the Red Card should visit other schools?
Yes, definitely. It would really help.
Because there's a lot of racism that goes on in England, and we need to get this message across.
You've got to come to a decision which of the faces you think.
If you choose that one, in that group, there's over 70 languages they can speak. That one, which one?
And then someone will associate me with that because I'm Muslim. Is that fair? So you just be yourself and you try educate people through what you know and how you know it.
I feel like everyone should be treated the way that one person would want to be treated like
same respect.
Aye, same.
When the mum and dad talk to them, they use it on other people. The mum and dad might be talking about another person who's black in a certain way, and they might use it like against black people.
And not perhaps think
It's wrong.
there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, that's a really good point.
It is brilliant, and challenging racism is a journey. It's not something that just, right, that's it, I'm not racist anymore. It is a process, and hopefully, as you say, we might have planted some seeds.
And they went out talking about it.
Yeah.
So therefore it doesn't stop at the end of that lesson. So I think that's very encouraging.
Show Racism the Red Card produces a wide range of educational resources, including DVDs dealing with Islamophobia and racism against travellers. And now the campaign also organises teacher training workshops and a competition for school children across the country. In Scotland and Wales, the campaign works with footballers at both professional and grassroots level. Top players like Scotland goalkeeper Craig Gordon are supporting work against sectarianism.
Show bigotry, the red card.
And stars of Welsh rugby also back the campaign. Show Racism the Red Card also works with other role models, musicians and leading players from other sports. But the key supporters are top professional footballers.
Show Racism the Red Card.
Who take part in the campaign's films, used in thousands of schools.
To look at me, you wouldn't think that my dad was black. So I mean, it's something that I had when I was younger, and something that obviously isn't very nice, and I wouldn't wish upon anyone.
The first thing I done was kind of tell the coach who was coaching us, which I think is really important, kids that should do that. Don't be scared or think, I'm a grass or something like that. When it comes to racism or being bullied or anything like that, the person who's in charge, the adult nearest to where you're working, is the best person to tell, so they can nip it in the bud straight away, and that's what I've done. And the guy never went back to the place where I was training.
So I just say to people that you should try to understand and learn about other people's cultures and religions.
Footballers are role models. Young people will listen to them and learn from them. Show Racism the Red Card continues to work with the world's leading footballers to combat racism.
The most important thing is to be able to work together, to understand what this person like, what they don't like, and to respect their decision, and the most important thing is respect. Just respect, yeah.
Show Racism the Red Card.